Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Comedy duo and hosts of the sensational podcast The Beautiful Nightmare, Shanelle Franklin and Tamara Linky have been shortlisted for Best Comedy Podcast in Australia at the 2023 Australian Podcast Industry Awards. Former freshies and friends of the show, thanks so much for joining us, Shanelle and Tamara. How are you guys this morning?
What an intro. How are you this morning? He's had a big one.
And part of my radio personality. I'm not in the podcast scene yet, you know.
Yet. I like that. Yet. Does that mean it's going to happen?
What an intro. You just turned and went so radio, and I was like, I'm loving this. I'm eating popcorn.
Yeah, you saw me at my worst off air. Quiet, monotone.
Yeah, he was literally. We walked into the studio uninvited, Piers. Didn't we? We just sauntered in and said hello to everyone. They're like, can you please let me go?
I'm not finished
We're
yet.
not ready with you.
I mean, what an entrance it is, though, and it's so exciting to have you back in the fresh offices. Tom did just say that you are ex-freshies.
We are. I'm laughing because we were out there laughing our heads off because we used to do this when it was just voluntary, so we didn't get paid to do breakfast.
No, we woke up early for free. And there was a big box of CDs out there of people who sent their demos in, and we used to go through them. Yeah.
And I'm loving that this is a professional job and everything now. This is great, but we were kind of like...
Lame.
Well, were we lame?
Yeah.
Professional is a loose term.
It's a loose term.
Let's not say that yet. I've got chocolate Scotch fingers here, you've already pointed out.
It's the breakfast of champions, really. Arnott Scotch fingers and
Energy
a can
drink.
of
We've got a Red Bull fridge now here, so we're lucking out. What did you guys have to have for breakfast back in the day?
Stop boasting.
Yeah,
Okay.
We didn't get breakfast.
You had to buy your own Red
We
Bulls.
barely got let in the door.
I love
doesn't work. I can't get in. Can you ring the manager?
I love that it's so loose already. Of course, this is already absolute chaos. But you might know, Fresh Fam, these two from Motherhood, A Beautiful Nightmare. But you've done a little bit of a rebrand recently to the Beautiful Nightmare podcast. So what encouraged the change?
Primarily it was because we were talking more about motherhood, because quite paradoxically mothers are more than just mothers. Mothers are people too.
Crazy that.
Yeah, we are.
The movement for 2024. Mothers are people too.
Mothers are people too, guys. Like we have personalities in life, and we would talk a lot more about other stuff, wouldn't we? And it just kind of went on its own tangent, and we thought, look, it'd be more appealing if you're scrolling through and you want a podcast to be The Beautiful Nightmare.
We've also got a lot of listeners that are guys and ladies without children.
Yeah.
So it almost felt from feedback from them that they were like, oh, we shouldn't be listening to this because we're not mums. We're kind of like, coming in on it. Yeah, creeping on in. So we thought, let's just drop it and more inclusive for everyone. So that's it, The Beautiful Nightmare now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, can you tell us a little bit what the podcast is all about then?
I would love you to tell me. What is it about? I still don't really know.
It's a comedy podcast, and we often just rip the... Can you swear on this?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
We just rip the piss out of things, really, don't we?
We do, but it's things I think from our demographic and, maybe very women-centric, I guess.
Yeah.
We talk about things that are relatable, and we're very relatable. So we'll go there. We'll talk about the edgy, raw stuff, don't we? The everyday stuff that we're living, and a lot of observational humour.
Great.
If you don't take yourself too seriously, you're okay.
You just said that you guys are relatable, but you both are hot as hell. Honestly, you are killing it.
I had a shower. That was a good start.
It's a good start, isn't it?
Washing the hair is a really good thing. Everyone goes, your hair looks nice. Washed it.
Yeah, that's so good. We don't get those compliments anymore. Well, I don't. I feel like not at school pickup. There's no dads going, wow. Tomorrow looking good this morning. We've got a different landscape to what you party people do, but they're right.
Different worlds. But hey, guys, you're here because you're going up for the Podcast Industry Awards. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's the go? How do you win?
I don't know, but I'm excited. Well, we're doing all the manifesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you've got crystals and everything.
Oh, whoever's listening, I'm telling them out
Witchcraft,
there in the universe.
or
whatever.
Yeah.
If that's going to seal the deal.
We've written the speech, We've got red carpet ready.
I talk to the moon and read it out loud, and Mother Huskin, what are you doing? You're an absolute moron. But
bury a
whatever
horn in
works.
the back paddock and then pee all over it, whatever you do. I don't know.
Well, I hope you can tell all the blokes at the school pick up that you're a podcast winner soon.
Yes!
That's going to get you over the
That's
line.
the
Maybe a
thing.
few wolf whistles or something.
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe. Well, we're heading over to Sydney at the end of November, so we'll do
Wow.
the
For the
podcast
awards.
awards ceremony. So it'll be fun, won't
We're
it?
actually the only women in our category to be nominated. So we're
Wow.
up against a bunch of blokes who
Huge.
are amazing at what they do and are quite well known. So to even be nominated is excellent, but let's be fair, you want to win it.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's not beat around the bush.
We're not there to participate.
Congratulations, by the way. That's so good.
Thank
Girl
you.
power all the way.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be the only women?
Brilliant.
Love it.
Because I feel we have a leg up.
Yes.
You know, being women.
If you want to toot us to win on that, we'll take it.
I guess technically then you are the two funniest women in podcasting in Australia. If you're the only women in there.
Didn't think of it like that,
Yeah,
but
so
thank you.
it's a win-win either way.
I know, and that's a lot of pressure to be funny. We actually originally, so we, because we were under the guise of parenting previously with our, before the name change, to go into comedy, I think we were a little reticent to do it, weren't we?
It was imposter syndrome.
Yeah, when you're labelled comedians, there's this pressure to be funny. So we were just like, podcasters who happen to be funny sometimes. And if you're funny, that's great. But if you're not, then, well,
So
we're not comedians.
You're not guaranteeing that. You're just like, we might not be funny
We're not
today.
being
You know,
funny.
it could
That's
be,
right.
maybe.
But I think we had to go there, didn't we? Because we just ended
Yeah,
up going
you do.
down that track.
And it's, whatever the name falls, really, you have to commit, don't you?
yeah.
I think you've definitely earned your stripes now. Obviously going up for the awards and you're getting your accolades. So very well done to you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
Hey, and guys, can we get a little plug? Where can people go find the podcast if they want to check you out?
Oh, look, anywhere that streams podcasts,
Yeah.
Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Podplay, is there something called Podplay? I made that up.
Play.
I think you can put the word
Pod
pod
play.
with any other word, and there's probably a streaming service out there with your
That's right.
podcast on it.
Yeah, that's exactly
We've
right.
got two. It comes out every Monday. We've got one that's just dropped today called Aussie, 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 and it's more for what the overseas folk think of us, some of the crappy things we say and do and whatever.
Yeah, fun.
And then we've got something called Tidbits, which is 6-minute episodes that is released every Tuesday. What? Tuesday.
Every
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes,
So was that
Thursday.
tidbits or titbits?
Tit, as in a breast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought I heard. That's what I thought you said.
Or like a blue tit, which is a bird.
But not only your podcast, obviously you guys do a lot of skits and stuff online. Where can people find you there?
On our Instagram page, right?
Yeah,
Which is,
at the Beautiful Nightmare podcast.
yeah, we have Rhonda and Raylene, two old biddies who are we think they're pretty funny.
And gross
And
at the same
disgusting,
time.
yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Hey, Shanelle and Tamara, thanks so much for popping in this morning. Always a pleasure to have you guys here, and we hope to see you bring home the chockies.
Thank you. We love
Bring
you
it
a lot.
on.
Thanks for having
ladies
us.
and gents.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.